Hello, dear viewers. This is Mohammed Azruddin from Web Trainings Academy, and I'm glad that today I'm going to explain you and teach you about the Google AdWords campaign management. Basically, in this particular tutorial, I'm going to cover the fundamental topics of what is Google AdWords campaign management is all about, how to run a campaign, what are the step-by-step process we have to involve, and how do we create a campaign, create the ad group, how do we add the keywords, how do we create a specific ad, and how do we define the settings of the different settings in our Google AdWords campaign. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and start our discussion on Google AdWords tutorial. So number one thing is, when we are talking about working on Google AdWords, so first thing you have to go is right away you can go to www.adwords.com and you can actually sign up an account free of cost. That's anyone can just sign up and get your AdWords account. But one trick I can give specifically for our Indian audiences is that if you want actually a coupon, so you can just go to the URL google.co.in/adwords/coupons, and then you can sign up with the email over here. And what's the difference between the first and the second option is that here we are going to get a coupon code. That's actually a promo code which we can add in the billing process. When we are completing our billing process, we can add a promo code. And what is the process of this promo code is Google will provide us a maximum 2000 rupees of cash back. That will be after first 30 days. So once we complete our first 30 days, then Google will give us a cash back of whatever the amount we spend in the first 30 days, and max amount is going to be limited to 2000 rupees. And if you are talking about any foreign audience, if you're from US or UK, now according to your specific location, then Google have a different URL, and if it is for US, it's google.com/adwords/coupons, and you will get approximately I guess as a recent amount given by Google as a coupon is $100, and I believe for UK it would be an equivalent amount itself. So depending on what country you are targeting, you can take a separate coupon, and just for initial testing purpose, you can invest in India, you can invest 2000 rupees plus taxes, etc. And then you can run a campaign in a real-time scenario. And one thing you have to remember when you are signing up for the Google AdWords account, make sure that the currency and the time zone, which is very crucial at the point of account creation, you have to select it according to your target requirement. For example, if I'm doing it in India, I will select INR and I will select India, and that's because we have that information cannot be changed later. But that's the first thing. So you can go ahead and create an AdWords account straightforward. You can just go to adwords.com. You can right away go to adwords.com and straightforward you can say sign up and you can get your new account. Or if you want to get a coupon, so you can just say google.co.in/adwords/coupons, and you can actually able to submit your email and you can actually get a code which you can use as a promotional credit or basically a cashback offer from Google, which you can be using later on in the next month. That is after 30 days, you can use this coupon. I hope you understood this point. So the step number one, go ahead and sign up for the Google AdWords program. That's the step one you have to take before you want to create a campaign. Now let's go into the detail. Now the question one is, why the question most of the people ask is like, what are the benefits of Google AdWords? Why should I use? So briefly, I hope many of my audience who already have idea of Google AdWords, so they are very familiar that we can actually reach our target audience according to our geographies, according to our specific needs and specific requirements. So reach is very great, and targeting is also very great in Google AdWords. Number two, we can get the results very fast for any business. Like it's something like an instant coffee, where if I just want to get leads for a business, if I just want to get results for a business immediately, just on a in fact, for some of my clients, I was able to generate business within 1 hour of my campaign creation, because it's so fast and so effective to work in real time. And also, we can use AdWords for brand awareness campaign by using display advertising, YouTube advertising, remarketing. We can actually create a brand awareness campaign, and we can able to reach our audiences on all the different devices. That's one of the greatest advantage we have. And then whatever we are investing in Google AdWords, we can measure the results, we can measure the conversions, we can see how much I'm investing and what is the result, what is the ROI of that investment, I can able to see. So that's a brief view of why we actually what are the basic benefits of our Google AdWords program. So let's go ahead and understand what are the different types of campaigns which are actually provided by Google AdWords, and out of that which campaign we are going to see in a practical point of view. So number one is basically Google provides us two types of campaign. One is basically called as a direct marketing, where we can do PPC, where we can do shopping ads. This is basically related to the search campaign, and in our today's class our agenda is how to create a PPC campaign. That would be our agenda for the today's class. And then if you go to branding, you have display ads, you have mobile marketing, you have video advertising, you have remarketing, which is like, if you define in this way, that this campaign is basically targeting the people on the search network, and this is mostly we are targeting the people who are not basically on search, but they are actually available on the display network. So these are the two sections, but as our tutorial is concerned today, we are going to study about the pay-per-click marketing strategy only. That's our campaign goal, that's our tutorial goal, to learn and to understand. So now let's understand how is the Google AdWords structured, because if you don't know how does the campaign process work, then what happens is many of the times I see some people mix up keywords together, some people mix up multiple products together. So what happens in that scenario is you may link up to a wrong landing page, and user click for one keyword and he goes to a wrong landing page and he will immediately close the page. So here the very important aspect is in Google AdWords, your account structure must be maintained in a very precise manner. So now the first thing, as you sign up for Google AdWords, you got your account, that's great. And then we need to create a campaign. Now what is campaign is, you can define it in very simple way. Imagine I have a business and I want to target a particular location. Say I want to target Hyderabad. Then I say that this would be my very specific campaign targeting only Hyderabad audience. Now, if imagine that I have another branch in Chennai, so I would say I want to create a next campaign for Chennai. I have another branch in Mumbai, I will create another campaign for Mumbai. If you say, can't we add all of these three cities together in one campaign? The answer is yes, we can add. But as per the campaign is concerned, as per the policy of the campaign is concerned, it's always better to divide your campaign into small segments which are easily manageable, which can be customizable, which can be pause or run depending on the needs of your requirements. So the first thing I would say, a campaign is nothing but an individual advertising strategy where you want to target a specific product or a specific service or a specific location. That's about your campaign. So here I would be in the next slide, I'm going to explain you a practical example, and then we will see step-by-step process on how to break down this entire option. So now the campaign we would create for Hyderabad. Number two, what is an ad group? Now just you can think about this way, every ad group you can say is a unique product which you want to advertise. Imagine that if I'm selling cell phones, say if I'm selling iPhones, let's say if I'm mixing iPhone 5 and iPhone 5s and iPhone 6 and 6s, all of this together in one ad group, actually I'm doing a very bad job. Why? If someone search for iPhone 5 or 5s, if it shows a link, if it goes to a landing page of 6s, it's going to be finished. You can't get any conversion at all because user was looking for some product, but you didn't deliver the proper landing page. So the best practice for ad groups is this, because we have 20,000 ad groups can be created in a campaign. So the best practice is for each ad group, we target a specific product. For example, iPhone 5 separate ad group, iPhone 5s separate ad group, iPhone 6 separate ad group, 6s separate ad group, 6s plus separate ad group, and if you got any new model, a separate ad group. Because the policy which we can use in in ad group management is simple: divide and promote. The more you divide, you have more ability to target a specific keyword and target a specific landing page, which gives you a probability of a better conversion rate. If you mix things, you're going to have a lot of trouble and lot of problems. So let's see the campaign we create, and then we create an ad group for a particular product. Now, a particular product, if I select iPhone 6, then what I want is the keywords which will target iPhone 6 only, not any other version. So I would say buy iPhone 6, I would say iPhone 6 online, I would say iPhone 6 features, or like something which are basically, I know that the customer is looking for the iPhone 6, so I would like to target that particular user. And when we talk about ad, I would be creating an ad related to the iPhone 6. But I would like to make one note here. Whenever we create an ad, you have to remember one thing: there is something called as trademark terms in Google, in your Google ads. So when we take any word which is a trademark term, like iPhone is actually a trademark term, so you may not create an ad like buy iPhone online. You can't create an ad on this term because iPhone is a trademark term. So now in that cases, that's certain rules are there where we can able to use some alternative words which are not actually copyright. So that's a different logic altogether. So we can say I need to create an account, I need to have a campaign, I need to have a, in each campaign I can have multiple ad groups, that's multiple products, and in each product I can have multiple keywords targeting a specific landing page. And I would be targeting my landing page by showing a very effective and a very compelling ad which users really get attracted to, and they click and they go to our landing page. From there we would be working on the conversion tracking of that particular page. Let's take this as a practical point of view. This is all theoretical, let's see a practical. Now I have a website, W3 Academy, which I'm going to take as an example for our understanding. So now let's take one of the best practices you can use in campaign management, or the complete AdWords structuring is very simple. If you see you are having limited products, so it's very straightforward. You may require one or two campaign, and easy to divide your products and target it. So imagine W3 Academy. This is my academy, my website. So it's one of our sister company, where we have our main company is Web Trainings Academy, and W3 Academy is a separate site which we are maintaining. It's just we are maintaining it for online courses. So let's take if I'm taking W3 Academy campaign, what are the things we are offering? What are our products? So we have web designing, we have digital marketing, we have SEO, we have AdWords, we have SMM, social media, and we have PHP. So now all of these concepts, I'm actually taking it as ad groups. So you remember in the last slide I said every ad group should be a product. So every ad group here is actually a product. Now when I say designing, I have to target the keywords which are related to web designing, and again I need to create ads which are related to the web designing. So this is what we actually plan to do now in a practical step-by-step process in this particular version of the Google AdWords tutorial 2016. And also a point to note that very soon Google may be releasing a new edition of Google AdWords interface, and when that's released, and I would be really working hard to bring up the new version of this interface of Google AdWords on our YouTube channel, and I would be definitely creating a new video tutorial for creating a campaign on the new interface. But for the time being, let's use how we can use the old interface in practical point of view. So let's begin the concept. So let's go ahead to our Google AdWords, and actually I need to show you in live. So I have an account where already I have a billing, already have sent some payment on that particular account. So if I run a campaign now, within few minutes of time it can be actually online. So let's go ahead and sign in with this option. So I'll go with one of my account which is right now signed up for this particular campaign. All right, so here is our actual interface. So if you are creating it for the first time, maybe you will not see this interface. You will see another interface which will have a screen like you may have a screen like two screen boxes. One will be create a campaign and one will be advanced campaign. So you can take any of that. You will actually lead it to the same page. When you first create one campaign, that screen is going to be removed and you are going to get this particular screen for any new campaign you want to create. So here we have a plus campaign symbol. Click on it, and as I told you in the just on a theoretical aspect, that we have all these types of campaigns to work with. So already we know what are that and what's the use of that option. So but here the main thing is, if you want to target your audiences, use search network only. So let's begin. And also it targets both Google as well as its partners. So who are the partners? Like ask.com, AOL.com, or any website which has Google AdSense embedded in it and it has a search box in it. It's basically a potential Google partner. So let's go ahead with search network only. Now once we start with the campaign, we have lots of settings. Okay, so here what you can do is, see, in the base level we have standard campaign, we have all. So here don't worry about this, these are all not required as of now. They are actually sub campaign types. Use it for specific requirement, but I don't want standard, I want all features. Like whatever the options are available, I want to use all of those options in our campaign. So let's go ahead and rename our campaign W3 Academy. Okay, so let's go ahead, and here we have an option of networks. Now, do I want to target Google search engine or do I want to target even the partners? So I would say it's a good idea to target Google search network as well as partner networks, because with the help of partner networks, your ad will have more visibility. It can be actually seen in other search engines as well, which are actually partnered with Google. That's a good idea. And devices, obviously, we will have all target devices. Now here is an interesting point. One of the great thing about Google AdWords is I can target all countries at a time. I can target a specific country. I can target a state. I can target a city. I can target a specific pin code. That's a specific area. And much amazing is we can target a region by its radius. Imagine I'm doing this campaign, like we are doing this campaign for Hyderabad. So now if I select Hyderabad here, so that's showing us a reach as well. So now it means my campaign is actually targeted. If you click on advanced search, we get that Hyderabad location. So you see my campaign will be now visible to this audience under this particular geographical area. But if I say no, I don't want this, I want to target, because I know people who are not in Hyderabad but who are actually 20 or 30 or even 40 miles from Hyderabad, they actually want to learn the course in Hyderabad. So I would say for that type of targeting, I would use the concept of radius targeting, which is very effective. If you know that you have a service where people will definitely, even if they are not in your location but nearby location, but they will take the service from you alone. So let's take here radius targeting, and I would say I want to target Hyderabad with 20 miles of radius. So now it can actually say surround a good region over there. So I can just say add. So now it's adding a specific region. It's we are right now adding a specific geographical region in our Google AdWords. So this is a very, very useful targeting method to use for any of the local clients, or if you are doing it for any other country, any other city, the concept would be exactly the same. And one interesting thing about Google AdWords is when you go to location options, there are quite a nice feature available. That's called as a targeting feature. Now, what is a targeting feature is, imagine if one person is right now in Mumbai, but he's coming to Hyderabad and he is planning to learn the course at Hyderabad. So he may search something like this. He may search web designing course in Hyderabad. So this is an amazing target where Google can show ad to the people who are in Hyderabad, who are searching for Hyderabad, or who show interest in my target location. So in my target location is basically the target search engine. For example, if I am targeting India and one person is in US, but from US he's opening google.co.in, it actually means that this person is looking for the product in India. Why? Because it's searching specifically for .co.in. That's called as show interest in my target location. So I will select that and exclude. Right now I don't want to exclude anything because I'm selecting a very small geographical area. But if I select a country target, maybe I want to exclude certain states or certain cities where I'm not offering my services, and then you can select language. So here there is no problem at all in language, because the language is nothing but the interface language used by Google user. That is, if I open google.com, you can just have a look at this. If I just open google.com, the right away the default language is English. I know every Hyderabadi citizen, every person from Hyderabad or even from India, most of them, they have their interface language as English. So I want to target only English. But imagine if I got a client from Dubai. So in Dubai, Arabic and English are spoken. So maybe I need to take Arabic and I need to take English. That's another point of discussion. Now let's take the option of bidding strategy. So what is bidding strategy? What's exactly mean by bidding strategy? So bidding strategy is nothing but I just want to tell to Google that how I would like to pay for this keywords. So here basically we have many options, but as a beginner is concerned, I will just tell you two things to remember here. The first option you can see is the maximum clicks in automation. That's automated bidding, and one is manual bidding. Let's just clarify that, and also we can, if possible, I would be explaining in another tutorial what are these advanced bidding strategies, what are these more strategies. We will take that as a separate class, but as of now, let's focus only on what is maximized clicks and what is manual CPC. So for your information, what is the purpose of this maximized clicks is it's an automated bidding, which means Google will automatically decide what should be the price of the keyword. Okay, and in manual we will decide what should be the price of the keyword, or how much money, that's how much money, how much bid, how much price you are willing to pay to Google. So that's the difference. In maximize in auto bidding, Google will have the control. In manual bidding, we will have a control. And one interesting thing I would like to really explain to a beginner, that if you go to maximize clicks, now here we have an option called as maximum CPC bid limit. Now what does that mean? Imagine that your capacity to spend for one click is not more than 30 rupees. So you can't spend 60 rupees for that particular keyword because it doesn't make any sense for you. Imagine you are selling a product where the profit margin is say 200 rupees for one sale. Example. Now, if you're bidding say even 50 rupees or even 100 rupees, I would say it's not a good decision. Why? Because if you get too many clicks and even if you get one sale, you actually will be in losses. So I would say the good idea is to limit this to a limit where you can really have a profitable outcome. And one more thing I would like to tell to any beginner who are working on the first time in Google AdWords, that always my personal opinion and my personal implementation is also that I run any campaign on automated bid for at least 1 or 2 weeks to see what keywords are actually ranking, what positions they are ranking, and also what about the factors related to the pricing, like each keyword, how that been actually priced. So that's I would be working on auto limit. And budget, as you know, budget is nothing but how much you're willing to spend per day. But a point of note I would like to tell you, on any given day Google AdWords can increase your budget by 20%, but the monthly limit given by Google is daily budget into 30.4. That's a monthly budget. So Google will never cross your monthly budget level. If they cross, they will give you something called as over delivery credit. So you can remember, if your budget per month, if your budget per day is equal, if your budget per month is equal to 30 say 10,000, then you can say 10,000 divided by 30.4, and whatever the number comes in, you can put it into your per day budget. That's the option. So let's say I would like to spend per day on this campaign just 500 rupees per day. And also very interesting thing is delivery method. So do you want to run a campaign fast or slow? But one thing you can see, because I selected automated bidding, so there will be only a standard delivery. Standard delivery means our ads will be slowly displayed over the period of time. Not immediately, but slowly they are displayed over the period of time. And then we have got ad extensions. So I would be covering this concept of ad extensions in little bit detail later. So what is ad extension? I will tell you. If you create an ad, you can add more extra features, more extra options with your advertisement. That makes a great sense. Imagine we are offering a classroom training. So imagine if some guy search for web designing course in Hyderabad, and we show our address below it, and I'm sure if he's really interested to meet us, he really wants to come and attend a demo, he will click on the link and immediately he would be actually coming to our office. So that's location extension for you. That's very interesting. We'll see that few of that options. And then scheduling. And I see, as a beginner, we don't need really scheduling here, but let's see what scheduling is. When you want to start your campaign and when you want to end your campaign start date and your campaign end date. And also one thing, ad scheduling, when you want to run your campaign, basically one thing you have to again remember, that automatic bidding campaigns may not use ad scheduling. So don't worry about ad scheduling, don't worry about any of these options, because automatically Google is going to take care of your delivery and schedule. And also if you have multiple ads, so how do you want to rotate them? So we'll say optimize for clicks is the default, where your ads which are receiving the most number of clicks will actually get the most will be displayed more number of times in for the user, and you may again reach more and get more and more clicks. So that's the option, and these options are not really required now. So we can just, I'll just go briefly again here. So if you are creating a new campaign, select all features, select Google search, and if you want search partner on, you have to decide according to your business and your target location. Either you go with country, state, city, area, or radius targeting, and then you can by default leave it, no problem at all. And then you can target your country location as English or whatever the country you are in. And then bidding strategy, I would say for the beginner to go with auto bidding and put a limit. Let's say I don't want to cross on that particular option. All right, so these are the basic settings you have to do on the campaign settings level. So this is our the first discussion of how to create the campaign, and up to now we have discussed about the campaign settings options and how to create the campaign. And in our next video, that's the next video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create the ad group and how to select the keywords and how to create the ads. Thank you very much for watching, and please watch our next video as well, which will be about how to create the ad groups and how to create the campaign. Thank you very much for watching the first part of our Google AdWords 2016 tutorial.